The Middle East is home to some of the most complex geopolitical dynamics in the world, with powerful players jostling for influence and control. One issue that has been the source of tension in recent years is the spread of nuclear technology in the region. In this video, we'll explore the impact that going nuclear has on the Middle East and how it affects their relationship with China. First, let's look at the history of nuclear technology in the Middle East. Now, the region has a long history of geopolitical conflict, with tensions often centered around oil resources and religious differences. In the 1960s and 70s, several Middle Eastern countries began pursuing nuclear technology as kind of a way to assert their independence and to gain a strategic advantage. Israel, which had already developed nuclear weapons in secret, was definitely a key player in this trend. Since then, several other Middle Eastern countries have really tried to get behind nuclear technologies, including Iran and Saudi Arabia. Iran's nuclear program, in particular, has been a source of concern for the international community, with accusations of secret weapon development and violations to the Non-Proliferation Treaty. Saudi Arabia, which has a tense relationship with Iran, has also expressed interest in nuclear technology, with some experts speculating that they may be seeking to develop their own weapons. So, what impact does this have on the region? According to a report by the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, the spread of nuclear technology in the Middle East creates a security dilemma in which countries feel the need to develop their own nuclear capabilities in response to perceived threats from their neighbors. This can lead to an arms race and ultimately increased tensions. In addition to the security implications, the development of nuclear technology in the Middle East also has some economic and environmental impacts that can't be ignored. Nuclear power is seen by many countries as a great way to reduce their dependence on fossil fuels and address climate change. Several Middle Eastern countries, including the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia, are investing heavily in nuclear power as a way to diversify their energy portfolios. However, there's also a concern about the safety and environmental risks associated with nuclear power, particularly in a region that is prone to natural disasters and has a history of political instability. But what about China's role in all of this? Well, China has long been a key player in the Middle East, with their significant investments in the region's oil and gas industries. In recent years, however, China has also become more involved in nuclear technology in the region. For example, China is currently helping to build nuclear power plants in Saudi Arabia and has signed agreements with Iran to develop their nuclear infrastructure as well. According to a report by Foreign Affairs, China's involvement in the Middle East's nuclear technology raises concerns for the United States and its allies. They worry that China's involvement could give the Middle Eastern countries access to sensitive nuclear technology and materials, which could potentially lead to proliferation of nuclear weapons. Now, China's support for Iran's nuclear program in particular has been a source of tension with the United States, which has accused China of violating sanctions and, of course, that they are supporting Iran's pursuit of nuclear weapons. However, there are also potential benefits to China's involvement in the region's nuclear technology. For one, China sees the Middle East as an important market for its nuclear industry, which is facing increasing competition from other countries like Russia and the United States. China's involvement in building nuclear power plants in the region could ultimately help them secure future contracts and expand its influence in the region. China's involvement in the Middle East's nuclear technology is also a bigger part of their ultimate strategy, which is to expand its influence and power in the region. The Belt and Road Initiative, as it's been known, aims to build infrastructure and increase connectivity across Asia, Europe, and Africa. And this includes several projects in the Middle East related to, you guessed it, nuclear power. China's investment in the region's nuclear infrastructure could ultimately help to cement its status as a key player and strengthen its economic and political ties with countries in that region. The spread of nuclear technology in the Middle East has significant implications for the region's security, economy, and environment. The involvement of China in the region's nuclear infrastructure adds yet another layer of complexity to the already volatile situation. As tensions continue to simmer in the Middle East, it remains to be seen how the proliferation of nuclear technology will impact the region's future.